The reason I decided to make this blog today is because last night I was looking through my apps, and when I looked through them, and at first I made the mistake of saying, oh, this looks fun, this looks interesting, I'll use this. But then I realized, no, you know what would be most satisfying is to be able to apply this language in ways I want to. Are these apps actually going to help me with that goal? And I reduced, I cut out about half a dozen more. I had like 18 of them. Anyway, what I actually came here to record this video about was something that I really promote, I endorse with language learning, and that's making goals. And it occurred to me I hadn't shared my specific goals. Let me preface this really quick with saying that I think it's really important to have clear goals, which means to make them specific. And what I mean by this is you should be able to see yourself doing particular things, saying particular things in a particular situation. So a goal like, I want to be able to speak the language, doesn't really help you, because I can envision like a million scenarios where you're doing that, and it's not very realistic. That's another important component of a goal, to want to be able to do a million different things, particularly when you're a beginner. So get down even more specific. So I have students, or new students I should say, and I'll ask them the first time, like, what are your goals with English? And they'll say stuff like that. I want to be able to speak, I want to be able to communicate, I want to learn business English, things like this. This is fine, but it doesn't really help me know what to do next. It doesn't really help you with the next step, because there are so many possibilities, so many venues you could take, so many methods you could use, that sort of thing. So if you can get really, really concrete, it does make that next step, first of all, smaller, so much more manageable, but it also shows you a clear path. So for me personally, it gets me really excited when I envision myself doing a specific thing. It gets me really excited because I think, yeah, I could do that. I could do that soon. I could do that in a very limited amount of time. And then, after that's accomplished, I can make another goal, and I can accomplish that too. So if I were to say something like, I want to master Korean, that just feels so far away. It's like, when is that going to happen? How long is that going to take? That's so hard. I can barely say my name right now. So I highly recommend making your goals as specific as possible, make them clear as possible, make them realistic. You want to get that feeling. This is the whole point, is to get that feeling of, I can do that. That's within my reach, and that's what gets you excited, and that's what propels you to want to learn the language, to want to study that day, that sort of thing. Now, I make a distinction between reasons, which you might also call like motivators, and goals. Let's say, take for example my Japanese. I live in Japan, I'm married to a Japanese woman, I work with Japanese people, my students are all right now they're all Japanese. I have had Brazilian, Chinese, Korean in the past, but so these are all reasons to learn Japanese. These are all possible motivators, but they're not my goals per se. Like, my goal for learning Japanese isn't to be able to talk to my wife, for instance. I can pretty much already do that. A goal is something further, something I can't do now that I want to be able to do, and I can envision myself doing.
For the best, yeah, I'm plotting for the best, coming straight from the dirt. I'm sprouting up a stem, here I come, your success, where you at?